Good morning, everyone. We're out here at Way Out Here Farm this morning, January the 1st, 2023. Beautiful morning, beautiful. Compared to what it was right before Christmas, it was in the single digits, and it's already 47. Supposed to get up in the 60s today. Absolutely beautiful day the good Lord blessed us with. Beautiful sunrise. Just unreal. It's almost like spring out here. And we're gonna see what we can get into this morning and see what happened. Just tag along. Thank you for watching. We're gonna walk down here toward the pond that's kind of down through the fence here. And this kind of got chain link sort of around it, not a whole bunch, but I just want to show you some beaver damage. It's unreal what these beavers can do. They have absolutely, well, they've actually built a new hut on our pond. There's another pond down below this one that me and my neighbors share, but I don't know how many beavers there are. We actually got rid of some of them over the past couple of years, but you can see how far the pond's down from the drought we've had this year. It's actually come up some. It's usually like right up around these pine trees, which you can see how the beavers have got in there and went all the way around them, chewing the bark off. And there's Tebow going for his morning swim. He loves that water, don't you, bud? Someday I'm gonna build a bridge out to that island out there. But you can see how the beavers have actually got in there, and they've even really cut the trees down. There's one, I think that was a gum tree, but they've got around it. But you can see the tree, there's a willow tree that's fallen because of them. And if I don't do something, there ain't gonna be any trees out there. It's unreal. But there's some fresh cuttings right there where they cut the limbs off of the trees and they either eat the bark, whatever they do to it, they do something with it. But they have actually gone all the way around the pond, and really good shelter for fish, but man, they don't every tree in here around the pond. There's a big pine tree right there that they've been eating or chewing, whatever they do, and there's a small one. But some of that small stuff, they don't really, I don't know, it's not too bad for them to chew that down, but they don't care. They just, I mean, this almost, look at all that stuff right there. It's everywhere. And here's a trail they've been going up the bank. They'll be out there in the field eating or chewing, whatever they do out there. Man, the water's clear. Really cleared up. There's another pine tree. There's another pine tree. I've been chewing on that. Looks like a cottonwood, little cottonwood right there. They've actually chewed down a big cottonwood tree. And right here by our paddle boat and our flat bottom, this was a gum tree that actually blew. They had chewed on it, but they didn't really, they almost chewed it through, but the wind came and actually blew it down. Now it's laying up here and they won't even touch it. It's kind of weird. They'll cut one down and chew all the limbs off of it, but this one fell down Mother Nature. They don't want nothing to do with it. We'll kind of walk around over here on the levee and I'll show you where their beaver hut is, or whatever you want to call their house. And this is some stuff. I try to keep this levee cleaned up to where we can drive across it, but they cut trees across. There's another trail going down through there. You can see all these trees that they cut down. This was a cottonwood tree that was across the levee. They've actually come in and chewed the limbs off of it, chewed the bark off of it. It's just unreal. And that's everywhere. They've chewed on about every tree up here. May not have chewed it in two, but they've really done some damage. Something got to be done. There's another trail. There's another tree that they chewed the bark off of. Here's another trail coming from another pond. Here's the other pond. It's a big pond. I'd say 6-7 acres. And you can barely see. We'll walk down there in a minute and I'll show you this is the main beaver hut right there. It's big, and I do mean big. It's been there for several years. And like I said, they're a nuisance. They'll absolutely destroy everything. Just look at all the trees that they've cut down. I don't know. We're gonna have to do something. This just gotten out of hand. It really has. Here's where they've been. This is pretty fresh. They've been in here chewing on that. Big old piles of wood chips. Look right here. We're gonna walk down there. Maybe we'll scare them off. This is a little cove up in the pond here. There's a big stick. Oh, fall down. Here's a tree that they chewed down. Here's their hut. This look how big it is. This is just from this year. They've been working on this. And I guess I don't know how they breed or whatever, but it's another pair or whatever that's actually moved up here on our pond. And when they were living just down at the other pond, it wasn't so bad, but now, I guess they taken over. So me and the boys are gonna have to come down here either at night, early in the morning, or late in the evening, or whatever, and do a little beaver hunt. Got to do something. All right, we're gonna walk down to that other. All right, we're walking down this little trail or road, whatever you want to call it. I got cut down to this other pond. We're gonna go down here and look at the other beaver house, hut, whatever you want to call it. This pond is down too, but it's actually come up quite a bit. It's got a lot more drainage going into it than that upper pond. This is a nice pond, big old pond. Big old pond. Usually ducks or geese or something down here all the time. But here's a big old beaver hut. Man, it's like as big as a car. It's unreal. And there's not a lot of new limbs or cuttings on it, but they're still down here. You can look around the pond, there's stuff all over the place that they've actually cut down everywhere. It don't make no difference if it's pine trees, gum trees, oak trees, cottonwoods, they don't care. They cut it off and just make a mess. That's exactly what the biggest deal is. There was several trees out here that they've cut down and chewed up over the years. This right here is well, it's just a thicket more or less. There's a creek over on the back side that runs into the pond right there. That's our property line, that creek right over there on the other side of those big pine trees, thicket over there. All right, T-Bo, you ready to go to work for sure now? You had your morning swim. You already wore out, aren't you? You wore out.